Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again thank you for stopping by, and also welcome to part 1 of Project Performance. So we've got a channel debut for the Tamiya TT02B Neo Scorcher. Part number for this kit is 58568 and it was launched in July 2013. And the Neo Scorcher's claim to fame is it was the first TT02B chassis from Tamiya. Right, before we get into this, because this is going to be a really cool ongoing project, at least I think it's going to be cool, a massive thank you to a gentleman called Christopher in the US. He messaged me out of the blue and basically sent me a picture of this and said, I'm thinking of selling this, I've got no need for it, or would you like it on the channel? I was like, whoa, that's incredibly generous. So yeah, we talked and he ended up sending me it as a donation, which is just incredible. It's brand new built. Now the story behind this goes that he needed parts for, I believe it was his son's TT02B car, and that was right in the height of the pandemic where the Tamiya parts were just not available. So it was actually easy for him to buy this kit and take the parts off he needed to get the other car going, and then over time he's just replaced the bits to finish this one off, which is mega cool. So it's got some like blue uprights and hubs on it and things that are not in the kit. Obviously the kit should have yellow shocks, whereas it's got black oil shocks on, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be doing a lot with this car. So before I bring the camera over and give you a close-up of what the starting project's going to look like, I just want to give you a bit of background on what the project is going to be. Now don't get confused, this is not another Project Bling that I'm doing. It's not just about fitting as much alloy as you can. It's Project Performance. I want to see how good we can make this. The TT02 chassis in general, it's got a decent following. It's cheap, it's pretty bulletproof to be honest, and the B version, which is buggy, is no different. It does have its issues, but it's relatively cheap to sort those issues out with, you know, genuine upgrades, which I kind of like to do. So my thinking behind this is I'm going to find an indoor track. I know of a couple that are about an hour and a half away, and I'm still looking to see if there's anything closer. And my plan is in the future going forward, I'm probably going to buy a high-end race buggy. It won't be Tamiya. It'll be something like the Team Associated B74, I think it is. And the idea is for me to sort of try start racing as often as I can. That'll be with one sort of high performance car. I'll get used to the track, I'll get used to setups and things like that. But then when I'm used to it, every now and again I want to take a different car, which will be Tamiya, to that track, and we'll film all this. And just see how quickly we can get them round. It's way better doing it that way than just turning up with something like this and not knowing the track and any details about it. And because you spend the first 2-3 hours there, he's just learning what's going on and how to jump and what corners, you know. So the idea is to get settled and comfortable at this area, and then we'll introduce more cars. Now that's the premise for this project. I want to see how good we can make this car and put it up against the sort of more modern day race cars. Now, obviously, this is going to be nowhere as good. I'm not saying it's going to be as good. It's going to be nowhere as good. I understand that. But it'd be interesting to see, you know, whatever heats and finals I'm qualifying in, you know, if it's down in, I don't know, a C, D, E final. It'll be interesting to see if I can get round faster than some of the modern day cars. That's my thinking behind it anyway. So, Christopher has actually sent me an amazing platform to work on. So this car it's brand new, it's never run. It's already been built to a very high standard. You can feel that when you move the diffs and the drivetrain. It's already got the full bearing set in it, which is the ultimate upgrade. It's also got the alloy prop shaft and cups in it, which for me is a second sort of upgrade that I would do. And third, it's actually got the alloy motor mount in there as well, which is just awesome. So 3 massive upgrades there. And that's just obviously that's just how the car is now. He also sent me 2 brush motors. It had a 21 turning, and he also sent me in the box an 8 turn, which is just cool. Now on the 21 turn brush motor, it's also got a 22 steel pinion, because I don't want to be using alloy pinions in this. I want to do this properly. We're going to cover everything and do everything correctly. There's not going to be any bodges as we're going forward, and this will just be lots of little videos just spread out over the months. So before we get into what I've ordered for this already, let's bring a camera over and have a good look at it. Right, so very cool piece of kit in my opinion. Really happy with this. And as I say, it's been built to a good standard. Everything just feels just really good. Yeah, so the brush motor he came in the car with a 22 pinion. There's a 21 turn, so that'll go a bit. And as I say, he also sent the same brand but an 8 turn. It's just insane. Right, what's to show you? If you don't know the TT02B, you must do. So many variants of it, but yeah, I say it feels really good, very smooth. I think he's put thicker grease in the front diff, as it's a little bit harder than the rear, which it's supposed to be, I believe, which is cool. So as you can see, alloy motor mount in there, very cool, and that's reversible for changing your gear ratios, pinion sizes. And then prop shaft and cups is in there, which is just awesome, upgrade. And as I say, fully ball raced. And it really does feel nice and smooth. It's been built to a really good standard. No, it's basically the chassis. Yeah, this is floating my boat, this project. It really is. So I hope you agree. That's an excellent platform to start with. Now, once he told me what he was sending me, I obviously dreamed up this idea project going forward. So I've ordered some bits. Now the first thing I've ordered is the FRP front and back shock towers. That's especially on the rear, when it condenses, the plastic moves, so you lose suspension. You don't lose suspension travel, but you're losing a lot of suspension on the plastic. That's flexing instead. So FRP front and rear shock towers are going on it. They're ordered. Within those kits comes a turnbuckle set for it as well, which is just awesome. So we can get rid of the non-adjustable camber arms, and they'll be turnbuckles. So that's a huge upgrade straight off the bat. Now I've also ordered the new TT02B stroke DF03 shocks, the upgrade shocks. Really cool looking things. I was going to go with the aeration shocks, small bars, but I thought, I've not tried the new set of the TT02B. I've got a couple of sets on them of those shocks. I've got a set on my DF03 MS, and the same shocks are also on the DT02 MS, but obviously it's got 2-wheel drive, softer springs on the front. But these shocks are newer now and they look slightly different. So anyway, we're going to go give those a try, and they're cheaper than the aeration shocks as well. Not by much, but they are cheaper. So that's all on order from RC Jazz. In the same order, I've ordered the 3-piece alloy steering set. Whether that's an upgrade or not, I don't know. That might just be a little bit of bling, if I'm honest. But it's ball race, so it will be smoother. So that's in the same order. And also, I've got a carbon battery holder. Only reason I did that was it was £3. So I thought, we'll just throw that in the cart. So all those bits are ordered, paid for, and as I'm making this video, they're on the way to me. So that's really going to transform the car. I've then ordered, because the next part really that needs changing is the front and rear drive shafts. It certainly wants universal joints on the front. So from Tony's Tamiya Parts, I've ordered the front and rear gearbox cups, so they're metal. And from a store in China, I believe it is, I've ordered 2 pairs of universal drive shafts for it. As of right now, I'm not 100% sure that they're the correct ones. They're marked up and they say that they're the same, but I won't be fully confident about that until they arrive. But if all that goes to plan, then that's a whole sort of drive mechanism throughout the car fixed, and it's kind of got all the best stuff on. So I won't be going any further with that until all that's here, and then we're running the car. So there's going to be a lot to do. Now, body set I might be changing as well. Nothing wrong with a Neo Scorcher, but it is a little boxy. Now, what I am thinking about is changing. I want this to look like a race car. And a good way to do that, the TRF 503 shell and wing pretty much fits on this. When I did my TRF 503 years ago, whenever it was, I did sit it on the TT02B plasma edge car I had, and I realised I could kind of make it fit if I really wanted to. And then since then, other people have done it, and it looks pretty cool, if I'm honest. Now, a downside to that is because it's got the Tamiya racing wing, and the shape and the height of the rear shock tower, the wing sits way too high. So before I order that body set, I'm going to have a play about with bits I've got to see if I can make the wing lower and angled correctly and all that. I don't want it to look daft. So that's going to be a suck it and see. But if I can get that to fit, it'll probably be painted all white. It'll have Tamiya down the side. I've already got a set of Tamiya Starburst Decals, which are red and blue. Really sort of, the graphics are awesome on them, and that'll really suit that shell, and we can put the graphics on the wing as well. And I will be changing the wheels over. I'm going to put my Tamiya TD4 Super Avanti wheels on it, which are neon yellow, and that'll really liven the look up of the car as well. So in my head, with how it's going to look, painted, decal, the wheels and the wing, it should look pretty cool. So everything I've just spoken about there is relatively easy and quite quick. It's just about waiting for the parts to arrive, and then once we've got it in a runnable position, then we'll figure out what electrics we're going to put in it. Probably go brushless, I would imagine, although I wouldn't mind trying that 8-turn brush motor. And as I said, the gearing, it's got a 22th pinion. I've not even looked in the manual. I don't know if that's the correct one for the kit, but I might in the future order the high-speed gear set for it, so we can start messing around with gear ratios, change a spur, bigger pin, small spur, bigger pinions. But that's stuff for the future. Whew. So it's going to be quite involved, and I think it's going to be a kind of a cool project, because everything we do, we'll take it out for a run and see if we can sort of see and feel the improvements, with a view eventually to we'll get it ripping around the track and see how it goes. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool. Right, I think I've babbled on enough. So again, a massive thank you to you, Christopher, if you're watching. I cannot thank you enough for this. It's honestly massively appreciated, and I hope you continue watching this project, because it's going to be fun. So my friends, I'll end this video here. So if you are new to this channel, this is the first time you've come across my dribble, maybe you could give this video a thumbs up and then go hit that subscribe button, and then if you do that, you might as well hit that notification bell buzzer. It's a bell, isn't it, for our weekly videos? That'd be awesome. And as always, my friends, happy RCing.